Alright guys, so today I'm gonna be talking about how the community and the player base of Dead by Daylight kind of ruined the game for me. Right off the bat, starting getting right into it. One of the main things that ruined my enjoyment of the game was how sweaty it started to get. When I first started playing it, it was a lot more on the casual side because the game was still kind of fresh and new, especially on console. Because I started off on console on PS4 in 2018, so a lot of it was still pretty fresh, and new to a lot of people, so there weren't many of course you'd still have your veteran players and everything, but they weren't as widespread, I'd say. I don't know, well, maybe it just has something to do with me being up in the higher ranks, but yeah, the game just got really sweaty over the years, and it didn't even take too long for it to get sweaty. But then that's just kind of you could also argue that that's kind of normal, because as time goes on and more people play the game and people play the game longer, people are going to get better at the game. So naturally, it's going to become harder. And when you climb up in the ranks and stuff, players are going to be better, because the better the player, the higher they're going to be in their ranking and whatnot. But even back then, though, in 2018 and 2019, I'd be rank 1 and shit, and you can still find some pretty boosted players and shit, because they would get boosted up by their say that they were swiffing with one guy that was really good, or two guys that were really good, or just feel that you can still run into someone that just wasn't all that, but you could have what I'm trying to say is back then you could have your fun with the game as killer and survivor without having to work try or stress yourself out playing the game, and people are gonna say, oh well, you shouldn't really let a game stress you. I mean, come on, everyone gets stressed during the game, especially when it's getting really sweaty and shit. I just want to get on the game a long day at home. Long day after coming home from school or something, I don't want to sweat my ass off every single match. Matches like that are cool every once in a while, but not every single match. And I don't know, I can't help but think or feel now, recently in the past few years, I don't play it anymore, but I don't know, it's just DBD feels it's just every single match is a fucking sweat fest. The last 2 years of me playing the game, 2021 and 2022, I couldn't help but notice how sweaty the game had gotten, and then the devs also another thing, the devs making just utter really fucking stupid changes. But we're here to talk about the community and the player base, not the devs. But yeah, just people getting a lot more sweaty throughout the years that had a big effect on me not enjoying the game as much, and then as I was talking about my previous video, the toxicity is just insane. One guy commented on my last video saying he was agreeing with everything I was saying until I got to the part I was saying. Well, he was basically saying I was defending camping and tunneling. He was if you're acting like an asshole, then you're gonna get treated like one. But it's a video game, bro. I don't I feel yeah, you can talk your shit in game chat, but wishing death over someone, you can be oh damn, you camping, tunneling with the world, and the end of the day, though, it's still it's just a game, bro, and you shouldn't my point was you shouldn't let it leave the match, if that makes sense. Survivors, and I've seen this a lot more from survivors than just killers do it sometimes too, but survivors, they will literally, say you're streaming, they will get off the game because you can't play the game, and they will get off the game and they'll go AFK and whatnot and just argue with you all day over a match that happened hours ago, and just saying all type of foul shit about you. They'll attack your personal opinions. They'll clown you if you're not if you don't have a decent following on Twitch. They'll say they'll wish death on you. They'll just say all types of really fucked up shit, and they'll keep going on and on and on. They won't stop until you block them or ban them or whatever, they'll just stop engaging with them. And then they'll sit here and try to play victim and shit like that. That's my whole point. To that guy that said that, yeah, to an extent you're right, but no, I disagree. I don't think someone's actions in a video game should lead to personal attacks that could, you know what I'm saying, because you never know what someone's going through. At the end of the day, it's just a video game. If it affects you that much to where you have to like personally attack someone, you don't know this guy, it's a stranger, you're crying to a stranger because you died in a video game, then you shouldn't be playing video games, because it shouldn't, you know, like that's some little boy shit, you see what I'm saying? So that was my whole thing. But yeah, people are just they get really toxic, and everyone always says how, oh well, you weren't around during the Call of Duty days or GTA or Overwatch. I've played all those games. I have over 1,000. I have like 1,300 hours in GTA. I have maybe like 700 in Fortnite. I'd never played Overwatch, but I know it was toxic. I've played those games. I had my experience with other games that were toxic, and none of them comes close to Dead by Daylight. Like none of them do. Like if you beat someone in GTA, you'll get a message here and there, but 9 out of 10 they'll just rage quit, or they'll just like leave and move on, you know. Same with COD, they'll just say what they gotta say in the game chat, and sometimes you'll get a message, but you don't get a message after every single match like Dead by Daylight. Like DBD, there was a point I was getting, and no exaggeration, I still have some of the screenshots to this day. People just arguing with me hours and hours and hours about some shit that happened hours ago, you know, like that's just like, so like that had a big effect on it, like me like not enjoying the game as much either. And I would turn my messages off on PlayStation, but these guys, they're gonna find a way to fucking harass you and tell you about yourself. Like sometimes I'd have my Twitter and Instagram and my PlayStation About Me. They literally message me on my other social media apps just because they couldn't message me on PlayStation, so I had to take that off, you know. It's just a bunch of stupid shit, really. But that's really all I have to say, honestly. Like I didn't really want to make this video too long, but like that was another big reason I left the game, because it's just how toxic the community was and how sweaty the game itself was getting, you know. It was just, you know. So thanks for watching this, if anyone watched this. And like I said, I'm trying to be more consistent, but I have a lot of stuff I have doing behind the scenes of my life right now. Maybe after August, I'll be a lot more consistent, because I'm in the process of moving and everything. So yeah, and I appreciate all the love and support I've been getting lately. I'm not even gonna say little, like it means a lot. I don't even take this serious, and I've like been getting engagements on my videos, so it means a lot. So thank you guys, and yeah, peace.
Bruce Lee. Shut pound like a movie. Paper cut that nigga like some loose leaf. Click, clap, pound, no Uzi.